Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Learn with Sahira. As most of the students were asking me for the complete explanation of each and every case studies, I have come up with the video finally. In this video, we are going to see the complete and clear explanation of each and every case studies from the subject business law, which is for degree first year, second semester students. We are going to see the case studies on each and every situation, on each and every circumstances. By watching this video, you will be perfect with all the case studies. Whatever the question they might ask you in the examination on case studies, you will be able to attempt the answer and easily you can score full marks. So watch the video till end, and if you are new to our channel Learn with Sahira, subscribe it for more videos and don't forget to share this video with your friends too. If you want the notes of all the subjects, including business law, you can let me know on my Instagram. My Instagram ID is also Learn with Sahira. You drop me a message there. I will be giving you the all the subjects notes which are easy, simple, and clear to understand. But note payment is must. I repeat, payment is must. Keeping this aside, let us get started with the full and clear explanation of business law case studies. Okay, so first case studies we are going to see on agreement and contract. See, first thing before starting the explanation, I must say you that you need to be perfect with all the terms, all the words like agreement, contract, unpaid seller, discharge of contract, breach of contract, offer, acceptance, consideration, all this terminology. If you know what this term or what this word means, then only you will be able to write, or then only you will be able to attempt the case study. If you don't know the meanings or definitions of these terminology or these terms, you will not be able to write the case studies. So please try to understand the terminology. Already we have seen the complete explanation of each and every unit. I have uploaded many videos on each and every unit explanation. Okay, if you go to our channel playlist semester 2 B law, all the videos related to business law you will be seeing there. So at least you watch unit 1 and unit 2 explanation videos in order to get perfect with all the terminology. Okay, if you know the terms, then only you can go with the case studies. Ma, this is crystal clear. Okay, so in this video, just we are going to see the case studies, how you write, how you should write the case studies. I'm not going to give you any clarification or any information about the definition of any of the terms. Okay, so let us get started. Case 1 is Balfour versus Balfour, 1919. Mr. Balfour, while living for Sri Lanka, now it is known as Sri Lanka, okay, so he promised to send pounds 30 per month to his wife in England. Later they got separated and the wife sued him to enforce the promise. There is a husband, there is a wife, both of them are husband wife. Okay, so they are in a relationship, right? Husband and wife relation is there. In that case, husband have promised the wife that he will be giving her pounds 30, right? 30 pounds per month. Okay, husband will give 30 pounds per month to his wife. Husband have promised like that, but later what happened, they got separated. It means they have ended their relationship, they took the divorce. Okay, now wife, what she will do, she will go to the court and she will say there, she will complain there, she will case his her husband, that husband have promised me to give 30 pounds but now he is not giving. So can you please say me, is there any contract between husband and wife? Was there any contract between both of them? No, there was no contract, because contract is one agreement, one special agreement which is legally enforceable. But here husband and wife have promised each other, or just husband have promised his wife. It is just the promise, or you can say the domestic agreement. Domestic agreements or the domestic arrangements or social arrangements will not be considered as contract. Only the agreement which is enforceable by law is known as contract. So here husband and wife, they were in the relationship, right? So domestic or social agreements will not conclude as the contract. So this was just the agreement. So court, what the court will decide, court will decide that this is just the domestic arrangement and not intended to legal obligations, hence it is not forcible. Okay, Legal principle, what it is, as I said you, domestic and social agreements are not contracts. Okay, so next case, let us see. It is Rose and Franco versus Crompton Bros 1925. So these are the real life examples, my real life stories which have been happened. Two companies entered into an agreement with a clause saying it would not be legally binding. Later, one party didn't follow the agreement and others sued. See, it have been clearly said that legally binding is not there. Legally binding is not there means while you read the case only you are understanding that there is no contract between both of the companies. This is just the agreement. Agreement means what? Two parties agreeing upon something, or to do something or to not do something, but this is not legal, means it is not enforceable by law. ओके जब आप क्वेश्चन पढ़ रहे या तो जब आप केस पढ़ रहे तभी आपको समझ में आ जाता कि ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है या नहीं है, क्योंकि देखो क्वेश्चन में ही आराम से बोल दे रहा इट वुड नॉट बी लीगली बाइंडिंग, दोनों भी अग्री करे वो चीज को, लेकिन लेटर व्हाट हैपेंड, वन पार्टी वेंट एंड वन पार्टी sued to the other party. Is it correct? No, because both of the parties have agreed that it will not be legally binding, right? So, what the court will decide? The court held that since both parties agreed not to make it legally binding, it was not forcible, not enforceable. Okay, so there was no contract. When there is no intention to create legal obligations, there will be no contract. So, we have seen agreement and contract, two examples, two case studies. Now, let us go with the offer and acceptance. See here, I have given this case in short, but they will be giving the case in 3 to 4 lines, but that will also be the same. Okay, so case 1 on offer and acceptance. I hope you know what is meant by offer, what is meant by acceptance. One party will offer, other party will accept. If there is offer and acceptance, then only it will be a contract. When one party offers and other party don't accept, then there will be no contract, because both the parties should agree to do something or to not do something. Carlyle versus Carbolic Smoke Bell 1893. What is the case? Let us see. The company advertised that anyone who used their smoke ball and still got the flu would receive pounds 100. Mrs. Carlyle did, got the flu and claimed the reward. Now you say here, was the advertisement a valid offer and was there valid acceptance? Yes, there was, because one have offered, other have agreed, right? A company have offered and other person have agreed. So here it is unilateral offer and using the smoke ball as per instructions was valid acceptance, yes or no? So you can say here that advertisements can be valid offers if they are clear and show an intention to be bound. Acceptance can be by conduct. So see, company have offered, this person Carlyle have accepted, so there is the contract here. Next case is Laman Shukla versus Gauri Dutt 1913. See, servant found his master's missing nephew but wasn't aware of the reward that was declared after he left to search. He later claimed the reward. Now you say me, can a person accept an offer without knowing it? See, just example, I have offered something to someone, but that person don't know that I'm offering that thing. So can that person accept that reward? So what the court will decide? No, the court ruled he wasn't entitled to reward because he didn't knew about the offer. As we are saying here already, while I was going into the case studies here, I have said that one party should offer, other party should accept. Both should have an agreement, means both should accept that they need to do something or they need to not do something. But here one person have offered but other person didn't even know about it. How can there be a valid acceptance and valid offer, you say me? So there is no offer and there is no acceptance here. Next we have consideration. Already we have seen what is consideration. Consideration is nothing but something valuable. Most example, like the best example is money. Okay, next case one is Curry versus Misa 1875. What happened here? Misa refused to honor a bill of exchange. Curry sued, claiming valid consideration had been given. Now you say me, what constitutes valid consideration? Already we have seen in our explanation videos. Consideration, I have explained you completely what is consideration, and what are the different types of consideration, and what are the elements of consideration. If you have seen that video, you will know the answer. See here, the court explained that consideration means some right, interest, profit, or benefit given by one party, or some loss or responsibility taken by the other. So consideration is essential for a valid contract. Okay. So here, Mesa refused to honor a bill of exchange. So it should not be done, right? When one is giving the bill of exchange, like person A have took something from person B, and person A have said that now I don't have money, I will give the money later. Okay, but later when B is asking for the money, or B have gave her the bill of exchange, Mesa, now this person A is disagreeing that no, I will not pay the money, I will not take the bill of exchange. At that time, what will happen? She can go and she can give the complaint on Misa. Okay. Next we have case 2, Abdul Aziz versus Masoom Ali, 1940. A person promised to donate to a mosque but didn't pay. The mosque sued him. Is a promise to donate legally enforceable? You just say me, there is a person A and there is a person B. So person A, sorry, like this is a property, okay, not person B, property. what happened is, मस्जिद है एक, तो एक पर्सन क्या बोला, मैं डोनेट कर दूं मस्जिद में, थोड़े पैसे मस्जिद के लिए थोड़े पैसे लगा दूं, या मस्जिद में थोड़े पैसे दे दूं, बल्कि पर्सन ए बोला. Okay, so now, but what happened later? Person A didn't give any donation to the masjid or mosque. Can it be a legally enforceable contract? Like अगर कोई अपन को डोनेशन देते बल्कि डोनेट नहीं करे उन लोग, तो क्या अपन उन लोगों को कोर्ट में लेके जाके सता सकते? नो, बिकॉज there was no consideration, the promise was not enforceable, that was just an agreement, or you can say just the promise. Person A have promised that he will give something. Okay, like donations will not get considered. Whenever you see the donation, it has no consideration. Okay, so when there is no consideration, there is no enforceability of legally. Next, we have breach of contract. I think you all know what is breach of contract. Already we have seen. Hadley versus Baxendale, 1854. A mill shaft was broken, the carrier delayed its delivery, and the mill suffered loss. The owner sued for all the loss. Now you say me, can all losses due to breach be claimed? What will the court decide? No, only forcible losses can be claimed. Damages for breach are limited to forcible consequences. Okay, so only the forcible losses can be claimed, ma. All the losses cannot be claimed in breach of contract. Okay, next we have case 2, Kishore Lal versus chairman ESI Corporation, 2007. The hospital failed to provide proper treatment and the patient died. The father sued for negligence. Can you say me, there is a valid breach of contract, or you can just say me, can it be enforceable by law? Yes, the hospital breached its contract to provide proper service. Failure to provide promised service is breach of contract, right? So here the father can sue because the proper treatment was not given. When there is a hospital, they should have the complete responsibility to treat the patients properly. If they don't treat the patients properly, anyone can go and anyone can sue them. Okay, because we are paying the money. If we are not paying the money, if it is from the government also, they will be having the responsibility, right? The government will also say the hospitals to be responsible towards the patients. So hospitals and the doctors should be responsible. Next we have valid acceptance. Already we have seen offer and acceptance, so this will be easy for you to understand. Entors Limited versus Miles Far East Corp, 1955. Offer and acceptance were done over telex between two countries. The dispute was about where the contract was made. When is acceptance valid in electronic communication? Acceptance is valid when and where it is received. See, there should be a proper communication, there should be a valid offer and also acceptance. In instant communication, acceptance is complete when received. Acceptance accepted when we can see, or when we can say when it is received. Okay, next we have Feldhaus versus Binley, 1862. Uncle told nephew, if I don't hear from you, I will assume the horse is mine. Nephew didn't respond. Uncle sued. Is silence a valid form of acceptance? No, never. If you see such type of questions, first thing you will know what is the case happening here. Okay, easily you can understand what is happening here. So it is not possible that uncle should sue, because silence cannot be the valid form of acceptance. Okay. So whenever someone is being silent, you don't think that they have given the answer, or when they are silent, they should give the answer. No, next, it is discharge of contract. Taylor versus Caldwell. Taylor hired Caldwell's music hall for concerts. Before the event, the hall was destroyed by fire. Taylor sued Caldwell for breach of contract. Now you say me, is Taylor entitled to damages when performance became impossible due to the hall's destruction? अ, कुछ भी है असल असल मतलब कि टेलर sued कार्डवेल फॉर ब्रीच ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, लाइक कार्डवेल की कुछ भी गलती है, वहां पे आग लग गई कहते, आग लग के पूरा जो इवेंट हॉल है वो पूरा जल गया, जल गए तो उसमें कार्डवेल क्या करा, उसका भी तो नुकसान हुआ ना, उसका हॉल ही जल गया, उन्हीं कैसा जिम्मेदार है हॉल जलने में। सो अगर ऐसे क्वेश्चंस आपको दिखे तो आपको इजीली आंसर आ जाता, ठीक है। The court held the contract was discharged because the music hall's restriction made performance impossible. देखो यहाँ पे the court held the contract was discharged because the music hall's destruction made performance impossible. फायर भी लगेन दो, थेफ्ट भी होन दो, कुछ भी डिस्ट्रक्शंस होन दो, अगर एक काम करेंगे बल्कि सोचे वो काम नहीं हुए तो कोर्ट क्या बोलता कहते हैं, हाँ ये डिस्चार्ज हो गया बोल के बोलता कहते, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स आर डिस्चार्ज व्हेन परफॉर्मेंस बिकम इम्पॉसिबल ड्यू टू अनफोर्सीन इवेंट्स। ओके, अगर कुछ भी इम्पॉसिबल हो गया तो डिस्चार्ज ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो जाता। ओके, लाइक व्हेन द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ब्रेक्स। नेक्स्ट वी हैव यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया वर्सेस चामन लाल लूना, 1957. A supplier was delayed in delivering goods due to war conditions. The buyer refused to accept the late delivery and sued. Does delay caused by war discharge the contract? The court held that temporary delays does not discharge the contract unless performance becomes impossible. Discharge of contract बोल के कब बोलते हैं अपन, जब कुछ भी impossible है तो इस बोल सकते, मतलब अगर लेट हुआ या थोड़ी देर के बाद आया, पॉसिबिलिटी है उसको तो अपन डिस्चार्ज नहीं बोल सकते, पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं है, इम्पॉसिबल है, परमानेंटली इम्पॉसिबल है तो ही उसको डिस्चार्ज ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बोलते। कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ऑफ सेल, यू सी केस 1 स्टेट ऑफ मद्रास वर्सेस गनोन डुंकर ली, 1958. Dispute over whether the agreement for construction of buildings was a sale of goods or a works contract. Is the contract a sale of goods or a works contract, you say me? The court held it was works contract, not a sale of goods. देखो, एक बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्ट करेंगे बोल के बोल रहे, वहां पे कुछ भी बाइंग एंड सेलिंग ऑफ गुड्स हो रहा, उन लोग कुछ भी गुड्स सेल कर रहे नहीं कर रहे, वो एक वर्क कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है जहां पे दो पार्टीज आके एग्री कर रहे कि अपन बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्ट करेंगे, वहां से कोई भी गुड प्रोड्यूस हो रहा या सेल हो रहा नहीं हो रहा, सो दैट इज वाई इट इज कंसिडर्ड एज वर्क्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, नॉट ए सेल ऑफ गुड्स। सेल ऑफ गुड्स कब बोल सकते, जब कोई गुड या प्रोडक्ट या सर्विस को अपन सेल कर रहे। ओके, सो द ओनरशिप ऑफ मूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी is transferring, then only we can say sale of goods, whereas work contracts involve service and materials. Okay, Harnan Dry versus Pragdas, 1923. Goods were sold with a fixed price, but ownership was not transferred at the time of contract. The seller sued for breach. You say me, is a contract valid if goods are sold but not yet delivered? Yes, definitely. The court held the contract of sale exists once price and goods are agreed upon, even before delivery. Okay, so contract of sale is incomplete once goods and price are agreed, regardless of delivery. Next, let us see last one, unpaid seller, Ramalinga Mudaliar versus Narayana Reddier, 1971. The buyer did not pay the price of goods and the seller refused to deliver him. Yes, we have already seen this question, like this type of question in our unit number one explanation, right? One, no, two. Unit number two explanation. Whenever seller sells something to the buyer, buyer need to pay the amount. If buyer don't pay the amount, seller, the person who is selling the goods, he can sell that goods to some other person. Okay, so court decision will be that yes, the seller has the right to lien to retain goods until payment is done. Okay, so this is nothing but lien. Next, we have case 2, which is Gill and Duffus versus Burger. 1984. Buyer failed to pay for goods and resold them to others. Seller sued for damages. Definitely. Buyer पैसे नहीं दिया करते, पैसे नहीं दे के क्या करा, वो गुड्स को दूसरे को सेल कर दिया. कैसा हो सकता है ऐसा? उन पैसे दिए तो वो गुड्स उसके हो सकते, पैसे दिए बाद उन सेल कर सकता, पैसे नहीं दे के कैसे सेल कर दे सकता. तो यहाँ पे क्या कर सकते, सेलर सेलर जाके लीगली उसके ऊपर एक्शन ले सकता है. जस्ट एज्यूम if there is a person A, there is a person B. Person A gave mobile phone to person B. Person B didn't pay the amount to person A but sold that mobile phone to person C. Now person A can case on the person B because he didn't give the full payment. Okay, so this was the complete explanation of case studies just for your like understanding how the questions will be asked, how you need to write. If you want textbook, BLA textbook case studies examples, you let me know in the comment section. I will try to make a video on that also. Okay. If you are having any further doubts, let me know in the comment section. See you all in the next video. For notes, you text me on my Instagram. Bye bye.